Today we're rating a frikandelbroodje from 9 chain stores here in the Netherlands, and we're gonna find out who has the best one.
A frikandelbroodje is a deep-fried sausage called a frikandel with curry sauce wrapped in puff pastry. And when it comes to a frikandel, we're basically experts.
According to this Redditor, the best frikandelbroodje is the one in your hand, and the second best is the one you can buy ASAP. We're about to find out if that's true.
If there's one thing Michelle loves, it's a frikandel.
Especially when there's more than one.
It is good to be safe though. Make sure your frikandel's wrapped up in puff pastry.
It's to make sure the sauce doesn't get everywhere, you know?
This is Kiosk, a convenience store that you see at many train stations here in the Netherlands.
It looks quite beautiful. I mean, you've got these like nice, even cuts on it, and you got a little bit of that sausage peeking out at the end. Let's dive in. By the way, if you're Dutch, you probably understand the hype around this, but if you're one of our viewers that isn't in the Netherlands, the next time you visit, you have to get one of these. Whether it's a sausijzenbroodje, a frikandel, or a worstenbroodje, they all make a great snack. I actually am really impressed with the flavor of this. The croissant is crispy on the top, but like nice and soft in the middle, and you get some of the sweetness from the sauce, and the sausage is like nice and juicy, and it's a pretty big sausage. So, I mean, overall,
She loves the big sausage.
I mean, bonus points if your sausage is big.
I feel similarly about it. I think we talked about doing some sort of like a mini rubric for this, where it's like breaking it apart by breading or the puff pastry, the sauce that's inside, and then also the quality of the frikandel. And I don't know, this one has a really perfect ratio. Like the sauce isn't overwhelming. It's very subtle. It's not too sweet. The sausage is girthy. Let's see that.
It is girthy.
That is a
Look at
girthy
that.
sausage.
And you got some of the sauce on the side there in the middle.
And the puff pastry it's doing its job. I mean, honestly, like to me, this is a perfect frikandelbroodje. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to top this one today.
I was wondering, am I just hungry? Or is this actually really,
that is
really
the
good?
curse of the first one, isn't it?
I'm afraid to give it a 5 because I'm worried I'm just very hungry. So
maybe just give it a 4.5 and we can go back to it later if we need to.
I think you're right. I'm going to give the frikandelbroodje from Kiosk 4.5 stroopwafels.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 4.5 as well. It's a good frikandelbroodje. By the way, at Kiosk, when we were buying it, it was the last frikandelbroodje. They had everything else in stock, like tons of it, but there was only one frikandelbroodje left, and that's the one that I bought. So just goes to show you how popular they are.
This is Lidl, a beloved German grocery store chain here in the Netherlands. All right.
Man, the area around the frikandelbroodjes was packed.
It was packed
with kids.
With kids. This one is, I don't think the sausage is actually fitting inside of the pastry.
Yeah,
It's
got like a little, can you tilt it up a little bit more?
I guess.
Yeah, there you go. You got like an empty spot. Could have been where they put it in.
Where they put it in? Where they stuck it right in there?
Where they stuck it right in, yeah, you can see it. Right there at the top. This is not in focus, there you go.
The browning is quite nice.
That was like
though.
an arch. Like,
the browning is quite nice on it.
Is it? It looks burnt.
It does feel hard, which is concerning to me.
Well, is it burnt? Yep. Oh, it's stale.
This is a very disappointing experience. The outside is either burned or stale or a combination of both because there's no butteriness or flakiness to the outside of it. Also, I can't really taste any of the curry sauce inside. Like I get like a vague sweetness.
Yeah, I feel like Lidl here is like actually beloved. Like people in the Netherlands really love them, especially like for their baked goods. And maybe we just caught them on an off day, but I don't remember the sausijzenbroodjes being very good either. Remember when we did the sausijzenbroodje taste test video?
Yeah, I think it was one of the more tasteless ones.
2.5 stroopwafels.
I'm gonna give it 2 stroopwafels. The flavor of the sausage is good, but everything else is not. This is Dirk, a grocery store that prides themselves on their low prices. This is what I was expecting from Lidl.
There's a lot of sauce. It may be too saucy.
You think
in my
so?
opinion, yeah. I mean, there shouldn't be that much sauce.
See,
in my opinion.
Okay, I think it looks quite nice. It's golden brown. The sausage is evenly inside of it, and you get a little peek of that sauce coming out, so you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, when the sausage is evenly inside of it, you do expect a little bit of the sauce to come out.
Yeah, you do. Oh, okay. Now I see what you're talking about with the sauce. I didn't see the other side.
Yeah.
I only saw this side, and I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, It's a saucy boy.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, I'm gonna go for the saucy side.
Okay, you always do.
I'm conflicted about this one because the outside pastry is really flaky and has like a nice texture in your mouth, just a little buttery without being greasy. However, the sauce inside is very sugary. It's not overly saucy, it's just super, super sweet. And the sausage doesn't have much of a flavor. Like, it adds a bit of a salty element to it.
Look at all that empty space.
I know.
That could be filled with puff pastry or sausage. I think the sausage is a little bland. I think they're probably relying on the curry sauce a little bit too much. It is sweet and there is a lot of it. I think the breading is really good. And overall, like, I don't think this is a bad frikandelbroodje. It's just, it's hard because the first one we had was so good from Kiosk. I don't know. I'm gonna give this one, I think 3.5 stroopwafels. I think it's pretty good.
Also, this one was only 49 cents. It was discounted. That's not the normal everyday price, but that is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this 3 stroopwafels. It's good. Like, it's a good baseline.
Shell lost her glove earlier, and we're walking back to this train station, and she found it on the ground. It was still there.
30 minutes later, my glove was still on the sidewalk.
I don't know why would someone steal a glove? There's only one of them.
I know, I was pretty sure it was gonna be here, but you never know.
What are the chances that, like, you got one right glove and you just need one left glove?
We are at Jumbo, the second largest grocery store chain here in the Netherlands.
And if there's one thing I know about Michelle, she always goes with the second largest.
I do. You don't want to go for the largest, and you certainly don't want to go for the smallest. I find I thrive best when it's at the bell curve, you know?
Okay.
The average. This, to me, almost looks too perfect.
The curry sauce is very dark. It's almost like grape jelly.
Yeah.
Do you think this looks perfect?
I think it does. Look how, like,
do you see the other side?
Rectangular it is. Well, just ignore that part.
Okay.
Look at this part.
Yeah,
it's very rectangular.
It looks girthy.
It looks girthy, short but girthy,
Yeah.
and very golden brown. And I'd say, it's got layers from this side. Pretty flaky overall.
Just like me.
You've got layers.
Yeah, and I'm flaky overall.
You are like an onion. All right.
Oh boy.
It makes the sausage look less girthy when you look at it from this angle. The crust is very flaky. And it's a nice texture, but it's kind of flavorless. I'd say there's a very good distribution of sauce inside. And while the sausage isn't as girthy as I expected, it still has good flavor. Not very peppery, but like nice and salty and savory. I think this is pretty in line with the one that we had from Dirk. So I'm also gonna give this 3 stroopwafels.
I don't know. Like, I find it to be like relatively plain tasting overall. Like, even the curry sauce, I don't really feel like had a super strong flavor. I feel like Dirk had more of a, they knew what they wanted to go for and they went for it. This one just feels a little bit more flat to me. I can't like fault them for anything. So I think I'm gonna give it 3 stroopwafels. Frikandelbroodje en ik eet het in mijn broodje.
We're at Albert Heijn, and I think you know what Albert Heijn is. This one is quite nice too. I mean, it's got the curry sauce overflow, which I feel like is standard now. It's golden brown, it's got the flakiness, and also look at the sausage. You can see the like pepper specks
And it's on both
in it.
ends.
And it's
the
on
sausage
both
on both ends.
Very even, although the sausage does look a little fake. Look at that sheen on it.
At least it's there.
Yeah. This one is very different than the others, in my opinion. The sausage is excellent. It's really savory, kind of garlicky. It's got a lot of black pepper in it. However, there is a bit of a disappointing mark where I think all the curry sauce was squirted into the middle of it.
Or it just dripped.
The pastry crust is very good, very flaky, very buttery.
I would say it's the flakiest.
It's like it's snowing.
It is very flaky.
It is one of the better ones that we've had today. So I think I'm gonna give this 4 stroopwafels.
I agree with you that the sausage has the most flavor. It is a contender. It's the best of the grocery store varieties for sure. I'm gonna have to give this 4 stroopwafels. We stopped at Aldi and unfortunately they were completely out of frikandelbroodjes. They had one sauce ice and broodje left.
They were cleaned out of a lot of their snacks.
Now we're at Plus, another big grocery chain here in the Netherlands. And this is our first time ever going to a Plus and a BUNCHARTED video. We got a lot of comments because it was absent in our grocery store chain guide video from like 2 years ago.
And the Frikandelbroodje video.
I had never seen one before.
Nope.
But we're here now.
Yes, that's
and
all that
apparently,
matters.
according to Reddit, this is one of the best frikandelbroodjes that you can get in the Netherlands.
That's interesting.
Why?
Because it has the hole.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a mark of quality. The color on it, very nice. Not too dark, not too light.
There's a lot of empty space on the inside.
I feel like it's cavernous. Do you think if I yelled into it, it would echo?
I think every single time you've eaten today, I can't tell if you like it or not based on your first reaction.
That's
You're doing a
actually-
great job.
That's actually really accurate because half the time I'm not sure if I like it or not. This is the best pastry. The sausage inside does not taste like a frikandel to me though. It just tastes like a black pepper sausage. I did not taste the curry sauce at all. Did you taste any curry?
I think the outside's undercooked. To
Really?
be honest, yeah, I actually don't think it's as cooked as I would like it to be. The frikandel sausage is so small in this thing. Like it is like by far, I think the smallest one that we've eaten today. I'm just not getting a lot of flavor overall. And the flavor that I am getting it's mostly the curry sauce in my opinion.
Oh really? I can't
Yeah.
taste the curry sauce at all.
I'm gonna have to go with, what did I give the Lidl one?
The
Lidl one.
Lidl was, you either gave it 2 or 2.5, I think.
I'll give it 2.5 stroopwafels.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2.5 stroopwafels. It's overall a little bland and it's not bringing together all those flavors that I really like.
It's just so, that is like so sad.
It's the smallest sausage, but the biggest pastry. All right.
Just gonna keep doing that.
It's kind of fun.
Okay.
I don't even want a second bite. Maybe I should rate it lower.
Next up is Backwerk, another German chain that's typically found also in train stations. I don't know. This is a work of art, in my opinion.
It really is.
Look at that. What braiding? Braiding. I was going to say breading.
I call it lattice work.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Because it's got a pattern. It's not just slits like the other ones. We're pressing too hard.
By the way, if you're wondering why we're home suddenly, it's because it's really cold outside, and honestly, it just sounded better for us to do the rest of this.
I can feel my fingers for the first time all day long.
It's cold outside.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say right off the bat that the thing that surprised me about this is that I've made a lot of complaints about sausage to bread ratio here, and the sausage does not fill the entire inside of the puff pastry, but man, it's good. I don't
so
care.
good. It doesn't even matter. The sausage tastes amazing. The pastry is really good.
Yeah.
And also, the curry sauce inside of it isn't super sweet.
It's also either the frikandel or the curry sauce that's a little spicy.
Yeah.
Something's a little spicy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it 4.5 stroopwafels. Like, to me, this is just as good as the one from Kiosk. It's just in a slightly different way.
To me, I think this one's a little bit better than the Kiosk.
You're gonna give it 5?
The curry sauce is really, really good.
It is. It's also bigger than the one from Kiosk, but I think we also paid more for it.
Yeah, it was more expensive. This one's 5 stroopwafels.
Oh my
for
God.
me. I want more of it.
Oh my God.
No!
Okay, it's the next day. Here's why. I'm actually gonna try and keep the story as short as possible. Spar just didn't have one, which I think shows you that the Frikandelbroodje is extremely popular.
It's true.
With Bakker Bart, here's the thing. We got one. We weren't very impressed by it. But Spar and Bakker Bart were two of our favorite Sausijsenbroodjes in our Sausijsenbroodje taste test video.
Yeah.
And that was just a little confusing to us. And then I went back and I watched our video where we tried everything at Bakker Bart. And we gave the super Frikandelbroodje 5 stroopwafels.
5 stroopwafels.
So we decided it was probably best just to give them another chance.
Yes.
So we went back to Bakker Bart, which is a big chain of sandwich shops here in the Netherlands. Is that a good way to put it? I don't even know. What do you call Bakker
I
Bart?
think Wikipedia describes them as the largest bakery chain in the Netherlands.
Okay. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Bakker Bart. Can I take the first
Yeah,
bite?
go ahead. The sausage does seem to fill out the entire length of the pastry, which is, it's an inconsistency that we've noted throughout the video.
You're definitely getting your money's worth with this thing. I mean, the ratio of sausage to breading is actually quite high.
Yeah, I don't taste the curry. The pastry has a nice texture to it. The taste is just okay.
It's really bland.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it should be.
Yeah, and the sausage, it just kind of has the exact same problems that it did yesterday.
We said it was so peppery in our video a year ago.
It doesn't taste peppery at all.
Bakker Bart, did you change your Frikandelbroodje recipe? I think today I'm gonna give it a 3.5 stroopwafels. It's big. It's a lot of sausage.
Yeah.
It's just it's not like special.
Yeah.
It's not super.
I think I'm gonna give it 2.5.
Wow.
Stroopwafels. It's just a little bit better than it was yesterday, but all the same problems still exist.
One last note before we move on. The person at Bakker Bart that gave us the Frikandelbroodje, he actually watches our videos.
Yes.
Shout out. And he told us that the best Frikandelbroodje is from Albert Heijn and the worst one's from Plus.
The Albert Heijn one was pretty good.
It was really good.
And the Plus one was pretty disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, another grocery store chain in the Netherlands, Spar. Shout out Spar for actually having one of the few grocery store experiences where you can buy them hot.
Yes.
And they are usually scalding hot.
They were so hot. It was burning my hands when I was
they're just
taking it
under
to
a
the
warmer,
counter.
but
Yeah.
damn. It looks very good.
Yeah, it looks a little pale, but I also remember the sausijzenbroodje was a little pale too.
It isn't perfectly filled out, but you can't really, it almost is.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not the biggest empty.
If I put my finger in there, I can still touch the sausage.
Can I eat the first bite of this one too?
Yeah, you go for it. I
I'm
think you should
hungry.
bite from that side.
I'm hungry and I'm excited to try these. I think it's good. Is it the best that we've had today? No.
Mm-mm.
But like, is it the best from the grocery stores? I think yes.
You
I
think
think
so?
yeah. I mean, it's a good size. The curry sauce is actually like, there's not a lot of it, but what there is of it, it has a powerful flavor. Like it does taste like curry, like spicy, not like hot spicy, but like
Spiced.
has spice.
Mm-hmm. The pastry is very buttery and soft, but like still crispy on the outside. The only thing that I might deduct some points from is the frikandel. It kind of tastes a little more like hot doggy, like American hot doggy to me, which I like, but
It's not a sausijzenbroodje.
It does taste different.
It's not a
than the others.
sausijzenbroodje. I'm gonna give it 4 stroopwafels. I think it's probably one of the best that we had today. It's not the best.
Well, it is technically the best we had today. I would agree with you. I think 4 stroopwafels, it is very, very good, but still not my favorite overall.
Okay, let's pop up the final ranking. Do you agree or disagree with our choices? Did we miss something? Like another chain store that has a really good frikandelbroodje? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see us try and rate a bunch of sausijzenbroodjes, which we called them in the video, embarrassingly, then be sure to watch this video next. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Ta-ta!